Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Um, when this team is playing like this, and get to win like this, what kind of confidence does that give you, especially at this point in the season with the playoffs quickly approaching?
It gives us a lot of confidence. I think everybody played with confidence today. We just kind of feed off our teammates and our players. I think our first five kind of gave everybody confidence and just made sure that we were ready to go. And when we came in, I think everybody contributed in a positive way.
What do you think was the biggest difference between Friday's game and tonight, and just the way you guys came out? What made that difference tonight?
I think it was our energy. I think we were ready to go from the tip. I think we took care of the ball, which created us to get a lot of different looks. I think we shot the three ball well today, and everything else just followed. Our defense kind of just was good tonight.
When this team is playing like this, is there anybody in the league that you feel can beat you guys?
Honestly, I think if we play like this and we continue with the defensive pressure and we're shooting the ball like this, I think we're hard to beat. So we just got to keep this going and carry this on to the rest of the season.
Thanks, Dana.
Thank you.
Eric Wilson. Oh, Dana, you're not done yet. Come on back.
I thought you said thank you, Dana. That's embarrassing.
All right, we got it. It's not at all.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh my gosh, it's okay. Okay. Cheryl writes out WBZ.
Hi, Dana. Glad you came back.
Hi.
What does it mean, though, when the starters can do what they did in the first half and that the bench, like you, was able to maintain the lead?
I think it just shows how good of a bench we have and the good players that we have on this team because I don't think anything was a drop off when the starting five went out and we just kept playing together and playing as a team and fed off of each other.
What does it mean to be able to beat Seattle 3 games out of 3? I mean, that's a big accomplishment at this point.
That is big, but we just got to keep focusing on us and keep doing what we do because we have a great team. So we just got to keep feeding off this and keep going.
I know when we talked to James the other night after the game, he said that there was going to be a lot of work, film work, to look at what you guys didn't do correctly the first game. What was it like, and how was that process?
Well, we first had to talk about our turnovers. If we're not getting shots, we weren't going to beat this team today. So we needed to take care of the ball, which I think we did. We shared the ball really well. Candace came out and played a Candace game, and everybody fed off of her. Sloop came out and made her first three threes. So we knew it was going to be a good night. Everybody pretty much contributed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eric Wilson.
Dana, congrats on the victory. I just had a question. Why does Chicago Sky have a better road record than a home record?
Honestly, that's a great question. I guess we're just more focused on the road, but we'll be fine. We have to continue to keep it up going home because you should play better at home. But I guess we like to play around.
Phew.
Michelle Bobo. Thank you. Dana, can you talk a little bit just about post-Olympic break? It just seems like your confidence has grown a lot. You're getting more minutes. I think this was your season high today in points. Can you just talk about what you sort of worked on over the Olympic break and just how you're feeling since then?
Yes, I just got a chance to go over the plays, watch a lot of film, and just focus. I think I did get a lot of confidence just playing against Sloop every day in practice. She makes me better. She's helping me a lot. So I would just say that Olympic break helped me a lot, just being able to be with the team and not have to travel as much because I didn't get a training camp with this team. So it was difficult just coming here and having to learn on the fly pretty much.
Gotcha. Thank you. No else?
Hey Dana, how you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Just to go off a tweet that I see by Annie Constable, that you guys talked a lot about hitting the right stride at the right time and coming together at the right time. After this game and after this mini series with Seattle, do you feel like this team is coming together and becoming the Chicago Sky that everybody expected at the right time to make that championship push?
Yes, I do. I think we're coming together. We're learning how to play with each other. Everybody is developing in their own way. We're just pretty much figuring each other out in a positive way. And I think we're just being able to find each other, and everybody's having good games like that. Like everybody's able to contribute. So that's a good thing for us.
Thank you.
Allison Moran.
Hi, Dana. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. And congratulations on the win as well. Are you finding your footing off the bench at this time? Come in, as you mentioned, you came in late, you came over at a certain time. Do you feel more comfortable within that, and how do you attribute that comfort?
Yes, just being able to give Sloot her minutes, coming in and just being a game changer. I want to be a pace changer, push the tempo, find people in the right spots, but also be aggressive offensively. I think I was settling in the beginning of the season just on my 3-point shot, but I think I was more aggressive, getting in the lanes and finding open shooters or finding my post players and, just playing with more confidence.
Great. Thanks, Dana.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dana. You are good to go now.
Okay, thank you.
We'll have Diamond to shield.
Hi, Candace. Thanks for joining us. We'll
Yep.
start with Andy Costello.
Hi, Candace. This team this year has struggled a bit with consistency, consistent performances, and obviously injury has played a role in that, and international play has played a role in that. But what would you attribute that issue with consistency to? And is now a time where we will see a more consistent Sky team?
I don't know if there's any excuses for being inconsistent. I think a big thing for us is when we take care of the ball, we play well. Early in the season, we were turning the ball. I think one game we had 28 turnovers. Last game in the first half, I think we had 12 against Seattle on Friday. So I think a lot of our consistency is like getting possessions because we have people on our team that are capable scorers. So if we're turning the ball over 28 times, that's 28 shots. Let's say we shoot 40% at best. That's 11 to 13 basically field goals. So I think a lot of that has to do with just taking care of the ball. And I mean, we can't worry about what happened before. Now is the time to get together and hopefully we can continue to do that.
When this team is playing like this, is there a team that you all feel can beat you?
I mean, listen, we have appropriate fear here. We've won 3 games in a row. I don't think that we can, we're still, in the middle of the pack of the standing. So I think the key is to stay even keeled. I like our chances. And I said that when we were winning. If we can figure it out, I like our chances. And that's why a lot of us are here. So with that being said, I think we're able to beat anybody, but we're also able to lose to anybody. And so until we fix that, we got to continue to grind it out.
And then you shared a photo recently. You met Jay-Z, and I just wonder, when you get two people of both of your calibers in a room together, what conversation is had, what wisdom is exchanged, and what gets passed from one person to the other?
Honestly, I am the biggest Jay-Z fan, and a lot of people think it's just because of his music and his lyrics, and I can lyrically recite probably any lyric. I can go through the day and probably talk in Jay-Z lyrics, but it's his brain and just his brilliance and his genius and everything and versatility. I think he put on a suit before a lot of people did. He was a businessman and had aspirations, and so, I think you can kind of aspire to be like other people in other different fields. And so that's honestly who I aspire to be like his brain and the way he moves. And despite what people say, he continues to stay true to who he is and what he believes. So I think just a lot of listening on my part, because I definitely want to do 1/100th of what he's doing.
Is he a Sky fan?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Thanks, Candace.
Michelle Bobo?
Thanks. Candace, did you kind of go into this week feeling like this was somewhat of a make or break week, or can you not afford to think that? And I only say that because it looks really good now after this week. I mean, you guys played really well. Did you come in thinking we really have to do that this week?
I think it's an opportunity, to be honest with you. I think every game that we go out is an opportunity to get better and to feel good. I mean, in this league, it's like energy and momentum are real. And honestly, in this league, if you focus too much on how bad you are, you're going to lose 15 straight. If you focus on how good you are, sometimes that belief will get you through. And our team has had its ups and downs, but honestly, we come to work, man. Like when you have one of the best shooters in the world, being the first to practice shooting, doing drills, I mean, that's inspiring, And so, I think we take from every person on our team, and that's how we kind of stay focused and stay ready.
Was this also just sort of a good week when you look back at, obviously you had a fantastic game today, and Coppers had good games, and you had really good output from your bench. I think Dana had the best game she's had.
Rookie of the year, man. I'll put it out there. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, does that seems like to me like makes it even sort of the cherry on top of a good week, that everybody, it seemed like, contributed something this week.
Well, I think, we're a team that I think, is a team of momentum. So we have a game plan, and obviously it's nice to see the ball going. But again, I go back to just taking care of the ball. And I think when we're able to get extra possessions, like we have too good of players on the bench as well as starting that are going to knock down shots and going to get good looks. And so when you're playing like that, I think, Dana feeds off of what Sloot does. Sloot came out and shot. It's like she's a really good shooter. So shoot the ball. And so I think Dana kind of goes off of that. And then defensively, Diamond coming in and disrupting plays, and everybody in the entire world's got their eyes on Allie, and she's a great teammate. So she's going to cut even if she's not going to get the ball, which is going to open up everybody else. So I think that's kind of our mentality, is the next person up. And we kind of feed off that momentum.
Thank you.
Cheryl Rice out.
Hi, Candace.
Hi.
When you look at what you guys did on Friday, and some of the players were saying it was an ugly win, and then today you have a comfortable win, what does it say about this team that you can take what you did on Friday, figure out what you have to do, and was able to implement it today?
I don't think either team played well on Friday. It was one of those games. Seattle just came off a road trip. We just flew in from across the country and we're on this, crazy road trip. So, I think it was one of those games. But when it counts, we kind of looked at each other in the huddle and we're like, it's any team's for the taking. This game is anybody's game. So we've lost a number of games where it's been anybody's game. So why not? And then I think, our coaches did a good job of preparing us, and we were a team that, when we buy in and we do what's on the scouting report, we're really good.
How much did it help you? Because the scoring that you did in the first half, having the big lead, was allowing the bench to come in, do their job, and they maintained movement.
Yeah, I think, the bench maintained the lead and kind of took it a step further, honestly. They did an amazing job and they can do that. That's the thing. Like, we can all have better starts, which has been an issue, but our bench has done a pretty good job this year, if you think about it. It's just how we start the game. And so I think that, like I said, we kind of feed off the next man, and that's what we did today.
Thank you.
Eric Wilson.
Candace, congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
Can you explain why this team has a better road record than they do home record?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. We got to fix it at home. I really don't know. But I'm glad we're winning on the road, We don't have to change that, but winning at home, we definitely need to fix.
This has been probably the third or fourth time since this lineup has changed where this has been a new starting five. What about this starting five has allowed you to not only take that strong lead, but then maintain the pace of the game throughout the entire evening?
Well, one of the main reasons why I came to the Sky was our ability to kind of play free. We have high basketball IQ across the board, top to bottom, and we're able to utilize that. Obviously the first action is set, but everything else is just we play. And so I think it's fun for me to just be able to move, be able to make adjustments. The conversations Sloot and I have on little tweaks that we can do within our offense, I think it's a huge advantage. We're a high IQ team when we don't turn the ball over. We're a high IQ team.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then if I could ask one personal question, just
Yep.
How's the podcast going?
Podcast is great, man. Thank you for asking. I've really been fortunate to get amazing feedback on just parenthood and just different conversations that I think need to be had and we're having now. And it has meant a lot to me, just the support that I've had from different people that have reached out and said they've enjoyed it.
Congrats on your success. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Candace.
Thank you.
Diamond.
Appreciate it. How you doing?
start with Cheryl raced out.
Wait a second.
Hi, Diamond. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is a game like this. Coming off the heels of winning on Friday means to this team, and the way you won it.
I think it's just nice, to be finally playing at a level that we know we're capable of doing each and every night. Like this doesn't have to be a one-off. Obviously, we shot really well, we played very well, but like this is more of like who this team knows that we can be, and so to have a game like this going into the end of the season, the postseason, and this road stretch that we have is it's pretty refreshing.
When you do play Seattle, like these two games, it almost seems like a playoff type of format too. Does that help thinking going into the playoffs that you could do this type of game?
I mean, absolutely. It's all about who's playing better at the end of the season. So you go and you match up with a team like Seattle, who always has success around this time of the year, and you come out on the road with 2 wins. You can't not feel good about that.
Thank you.
Any possible?
Hey, Diamond. You've always been all season. You've talked about having fun. Tonight, how much fun was it out there for you?
It was fun. Yeah, it was. I've been not the proudest of the way I've been playing this season. So, I know for me personally, just to, knock a couple shots down and impact the game defensively, that was a really nice feeling. And I think just as a team, just playing together the way that we did, that's something that we all enjoyed.
Yeah, you had 4 assists and 3 steals to add to your 16 points. How much confidence does this performance give you personally going into the next few games of this road trip and the remainder of the season?
I think that one thing that I've learned this season is just to stay level-headed and not get too high and definitely not get too low. So I'm trusting the work that I've been putting in all season, and I would like to see some consistency from myself, and I know everybody else would. But I'm looking forward to next game and seeing how this performance can kind of carry over into the rest of the season.
Definitely. And then last thing for me, the consistency from a team aspect has not necessarily been there. We've seen, obviously injury impacted that, international play impacted that, but is right now a moment, the time that we're going to see a consistent Sky team?
Yeah, I mean, right now the time is now. The time for inconsistency and my bads and whatever else is already passed. We're going into a very critical point of the season, and we need to be clicking on all cylinders in order to achieve what we want to achieve. So, we know that, and that's kind of our mentality going into these next 7 games or however many games we have left.
Awesome. Thank you.
Diamond, I think everybody always, when you're such a dynamic offensive player, people look at that a lot. But there's so much you can do out there defensively, and Candace mentioned that. How big a factor do you feel like your defense can be for this team, and how much, I guess, emphasis are you putting on that?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the ways that I'm able to get myself going. I know that my athleticism and my length it can be very agitating for other offenses, and mentally it's tough to get yourself in that mindset when you aren't performing offensively the way that I would like to. But we have so many offensive weapons that have been performing all season. I'm just trying to come in and do what I can to help us win.
Thank you.
Well,
Hey, Diamond, how you doing tonight?
I'm good.
You said that you was disappointed in your play as of late. How much does having a game like tonight build your confidence heading into the postseason?
Yeah, I mean it's nice. It's refreshing, but like I said, I don't get too high and I don't get too low. I'm noticing what works and what worked tonight for me, and I've been working my ass off all season. So it's nice to finally rise to the level of my training and the things that I've been preparing for. So I think the best thing that can happen for me next is just to consistently be able to um, put out these types of performances so that going into the postseason, we can do what we came here to do.
And one last question: how much does Sloop and Candace having starting off the game hot the way they did today? How much does that give confidence to everybody else on the team?
I mean, yeah, Sloot decided she wanted to shoot the ball tonight. So, that was really nice. I was like, oh wow, she wants to shoot today. So, that's always good to see her coming out confident and just energized the way that she was. And then watching her and Candace just kind of do their thing. At one point I feel like they were just passing the ball to one another. So that's definitely a huge confidence booster for the rest of us.
Thank you.
Eric Wilson.
Hey, Diamond, congrats on the victory. Can you tell me why this team plays better on the road than they do at home?
I don't know. We tried to figure that out after the game. We were kind of like laughing about it. I don't know, man. Something about being on the road kind of brings you together closer because it's just y'all against everybody in the arena, the other team and whoever else may be in the building. So I don't know, but we do got to figure out how to do this at home also.
So speaking of being closer together, I know today is your girl's birthday, and y'all just had a major victory. I know your schedule's tight, but are y'all gonna get turned up tonight?
Her birthday was yesterday.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah, her
All right.
birthday was yesterday. But Ka, if anybody knows anything about Ka, it's a never-ending party when it's her birthday. So she's celebrating probably till the end of the month. I'm sure.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Carlton Moran.
Hey, Diamond, congratulations on the win, first of all. And secondly, I'd like to know, first of all, what parts of your performance can you directly connect to your relationship with Candace Parker and all the things that she has taken you under your wing and under her wing and tried to teach you? What's your self-assessment there?
Well, Candace is just supportive. I think that's the biggest thing. She does a good job of words of affirmation is like a big thing when the player is in a slump and going through challenges like I've been going through. So she just been the leader. Led by example and continue to be a positive influence for me throughout this process. And I'm just really grateful for that.
How do you feel in terms of your performance? Is tonight sort of the peak with 16 points? And what will it take for you to do another type of performance like that?
I just think it's all about how I approach the game. A 16-point performance is not like I hate that it's a foreign thing for me this season, but I can do more. So I'm just looking forward to the next game and trying to contribute. Like I said, just do whatever the team needs me to do so we can win games.
You look good out there.
Thank you.
Daryl Ray South, and we'll bring out James.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have a question.
Oh, and you're good to go, Diamond. Thank you.
Thanks.
James, wait, have this one. Hi, James. Start with any possible.
Hey James, can you describe the importance of Dana's play and the impact she's had on this team, having a point guard like her to back up Sloot?
I mean, it gives us.
I think you're muted.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
She gives us added, boost. Her aggressiveness, her ability to, apply what we teach her on the floor and on the fly. Her communication skills, her mindset. It's just she's has a lot of potential, and she does what we need her to do, especially giving us that added energy that we need.
Consistency from the start of the season up until now, has been a bit of an issue, and obviously injury impacted you all at the beginning of the season, and international play was a factor. So right now, is this a time when we're going to see, this Sky be this team, more consistently, the team we saw tonight?
A lot of evolves around health. A lot of this consistency evolves around us being able to practice. We're just going to take it one, game at a time. We have Phoenix next, so I don't know about the rest of the season, but we're going to try to put something together where we have a good showing in Phoenix.
What impressed you most about this win tonight?
The fact that everybody was involved. The energy was really good. The ball moved defensively. It was a lot of communication. They were passing off players. They made a consistent effort not to foul, and they made a consistent effort not to turn over the ball. The fact that we were able to look at video, have a walkthrough, and apply the things that we wanted to apply, and so you saw the progression from game 1 to game 2. I think that was the biggest tell for us that they're getting it, and they're bought into each other.
Thanks, James.
Thank you.
Herb Paulson.
All right, Coach. First off, congratulations. I've asked everybody, so I'm going to ask you. Why does this team, the Chicago Sky, have a better road record than they do a home record?
I think we've been healthier on the road, to be honest with you. We started off the season, we weren't healthy, and then we had a lot of our, key players miss home games early, getting Dana here late. So a lot of we didn't have our complete team during the home games, and and we weren't in a rhythm like we are now, and so we're putting it together. So we don't mind playing anywhere. Of course, we love playing in front of our fans, but we just want to be healthy and complete. Want to have some practice time, and then we'll just we'll deal with it wherever we have to deal with it, and we'll play. So I think it's a little bit of the timing and the health and having our players.
Fair enough. When you decided to change your starting lineup, in your mind, was this the result that you were expecting?
I don't have expectations. Everybody knows that, but this was, a result that I would have liked. It's having Allie there as a floor spacer, and having that balance with her, and of course she didn't shoot it like well today, but the attention that she brings, it opens up lanes for everyone, and having her and Candace there together, where she's a playmaker and they just move off of each other, and I think it kind of complements everybody. And then you bring in the offensive weapons that we have off the bench. It just provides us with a little more balance.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Michelle Vogel.
Yeah, Coach, when Diamond can contribute what she did, especially in today's game, how much better does that make the squad?
She's important. No matter what, if she starts the game, she comes off the bench, doesn't matter. Like, her role is important. We need Diamond to be Diamond. and she knows that, and the team knows that, and the team is, seeing her come out and have the game that we had. And if you saw the bench and how happy they were for her to just put a game together that they know that she's capable of having on a more consistent basis, it was moving. And so we just want to continue to build on that and have her be confident and just, continue to play her basketball and just move the ball within our system and find her attack points, and we'll be good.
Do you sort of feel like I know you just sort of addressed the lineup, but do you feel like the bench right now, and especially the way the bench played today, it can really be one of your strengths going down the stretch of the season?
I think so. I think we had close to 40 points off the bench today. Just having players find their comfort level, having a playmaker in Stephanie Dolson, who's fully bought in and just gives the minutes that we need, and having her as a common force and a playmaker is also helpful. It's helpful for Dana, and it's helpful for the other players as well. So, no, I think our bench could be a big strength for us. We just have to make sure that our bench stays confident and know that they're an important part. No matter how good the starters play, the bench is equally as important.
And I guess lastly, for me, if I could just ask one more, with Candace, I mean, I think she just reminds us sometimes of, of what an amazing player she is. And can you just talk about the confidence that she can bring to everybody else on a team?
So you see it in our play when we have her out there, when she's on the floor. You saw her struggle without her. And it's simple, when we have Candace, we're a different team. And you have this order of players that they go in the order, and they're more comfortable in those roles when it comes to winning when Candace is out there on the floor, because we can lean on her for not just her talent, but her insight and wisdom, and just being able to raise it to another level. She's one of the most, she's probably one of the best players, not probably, she is one of the best players to ever lace up shoes, and that needs to be recognized. And we as a team, as an organization, we recognize that. And so to play without a talent like that is difficult for us. And so when we have her, it puts everybody in a more comfortable role. It makes me a better coach, that's for sure. So now we're happy when she's healthy and when she's here with us. And it's you see in games like tonight how much of a difference maker she is.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Elsa Moran.
Hi, James. Congratulations on the win,
Thanks,
first of
Alex.
all. My question is this the peak of what the Sky do when they're together, when you're by and large healthy, and when you're communicating on the floor? Is this really the peak of it?
This is the peak of today. We have another game in a couple of days, so we're going to try to peak that day too. So we played well today, played really well, and we just want to continue to build on it. And so everything that I look for is ahead of us, and it's just about us staying there. So I don't want to over analyze this game. We appreciate the game. We'll look at the game and see the things that we did well, and see the things that we didn't do well. And we'll try to build on the things like we did from game 1 to game 2 here. And so, no, I mean, I take it for what it's worth. It's a confidence booster, a collective confidence booster, I think, for everybody. But, we still have to continue to play.
Point well taken.
We got to wrap up, Allison. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. With James,
Okay.
put out the team bus. Head back to our hotel, and I apologize about that. We're all set. James, ready to go. And if you have another question, you can shoot me an email.
Thanks, guys.
Will do.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Have a good night.